this is Kat for Tech Digest and
Alex for Shiny Shiny.
And here we are with another Fujifilm Finepix camera. It was about, what, 6 weeks ago?
Something like that.
6 weeks ago that we actually reviewed the Z100fd.
The colourful range, the kind of candy coloured ones.
Yep, and now this is the Z100fd.
This is Big Brother.
I find their model names so confusing. Just call it, oh, this one's pretty.
This one's the pretty one, yeah, then they'd run out, I think, pretty quickly.
Yeah, so this is basically the bigger brother to the Z100fd. It's got 5 times optical zoom, it's got 8 megapixels, and it's 19.8 millimeters thick. So it's quite slim, it's not very heavy at all. The LCD screen is 2.7 inches wide, and it takes an XD card, an SD card, and an SDHC card. So that's just in the little.
It's kind of adaptable.
A little bit down there. Yeah, it's fairly easy to use. Anyway, it's got a full metal jacket, as I like to call it, made from metal, and it comes in 4 different two-toned colour shades.
Right.
So this is the tuxedo black, which is delectable. I love this.
Nice.
It's also, it comes in shell pink, satin silver, cappuccino brown. I think that's it, yeah, 4.
So they take all their imaginativeness about the model titles and put them into the colour names, don't they?
You'd expect so.
So what's different about this one than the others?
Well, it's £199, so it is about £70 more expensive than the other model we reviewed. And to be honest, there are a few extra features. I mean, it's not just the extra specs, you know, the extra megapixel and so on. I'll tell you the best thing about this camera. Watch this. This is how you turn it on. Oh my goodness. It's a diagonal lens cover. I could do this all day.
Seriously though, is that the best thing about it? Because I'm a bit worried if it is.
Honestly, I'm not that impressed by it, I'm sorry to say. I
want to be.
I want to be as well. It looks amazing. And, I mean, the fact is, the specs are slightly better than the Z5fd, so you'd expect it to be better, but I found that the image quality wasn't that much better.
And the thing is that I had a Z1 a couple of years ago and I loved it, and I so want to love this, but it just doesn't feel like it's come along that far since then.
No, I think for £199.99, you could probably get something a bit better, and indeed the Z5fd, which is the lower model, does perform better. I found that the photos I took last night in a bar were very overexposed. When I was taking photos in the office today, they were average. I found, as I said, the lower model was much better. I mean, there's some really good features on this camera. It's got 16 scene modes. So
like the auction mode again, it's something we went into with the other model, which is just very clever.
And you've also got, you know, the fireworks mode and everything else. There's also the intelligent red eye removal system. So that basically means you'll take a photo of someone and it will take away the red eyes, but it will also discern between red lips and red jewellery.
Right,
so it won't
ruin a photo with greyed out patches.
Exactly, yeah, so I think that's quite intelligent. It's also got face detection software, which I found was very interesting. So I'll just... Alex, would you like to be my model? So it's quite easy to use. You just press this button here once, and then let's see if it will work. Okay, so if you can see there, it's got a green square around Alex's face. So if I move the camera, or Alex, can you move actually? So it actually tracks her face. It takes a while to get used to it, but it does actually track her face. So just stay still, Alex. So there you go, there's her face, and there you go. So that just means that the image is stabilised better, in other words. So yeah, that's quite impressive. I mean, it is a bit touch and go, to be honest, the face detection software.
It hasn't worked every time we've used it.
No.
Which is a little bit worrying.
No.
We're hoping this isn't a last kind of prototype model, but it's been released now. So.
Yeah, it's a pre-production model, this one, so I'm sure that they're going to iron out some kinks. But I mean, if this... Well, I'd suggest that if you are interested in this camera, go to a shop, go to Curry's, etc., and have a go with it first. I mean, actually play with it and see if you are happy with it. I think that people could be quite happy with this camera.
Yeah.
But It's not that impressive.
There's one thing on it that I actually liked. There was one thing that I got excited about, which was the CCD shift image stabilization.
Yeah.
Because it's the only one of the Z series, or the first one of the Z series to have that, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. So that's quite impressive.
That's a good extra feature because I am all over the place. So that's a good one.
It's also got quite a good ISO. It's got 1600 ISO, so that's quite
compact.
Yeah, so very. It will supposedly give you nice natural images, and combined with the natural light flash mode, that means that that's where you take two photos in quick succession of each other, one using the flash and one without, so you can compare and decide.
Ditch the one that's overexposed.
Absolutely.
Or not bright enough.
Yeah. But as I did mention, when I was just in a normal bar last night taking photos of my friends, I found them to be quite overexposed. So I'll just I'll show you a picture that I took, if I can find it.
There's quite a nice little scroll wheel on the back where you can scroll through your pictures as well as the normal controls, which, you know, okay, it's just an extra little touch, it's nothing exciting.
Yeah, it's quite, you know, iPod-esque, I suppose. Yeah. Alright, so you can see my try-hard MySpace photo. So this is one I took of myself with Abby, who's our editor of Hippie Shopper at Shiny Media. So you can see it's quite overexposed, and that was just using the normal flash. In an average bar, it's average bar lighting. So I think it's a bit too overexposed for my liking, really.
So all in all, nice camera, probably not £200 camera.
No, I'm really quite surprised that I found that the lower model, the Z100fd, performed better than this one, which is more expensive. But hey, it looks good.